In OnContact, we've now included in the marketing section the ability to add leads and track them throughout the prospecting process. Leads can be added manually, one at a time if you like. They can be imported into the system if you've purchased a list of leads from a vendor or whatever, or they can even be automatically added by traffic from your website. Once they're in the system, you can search for a lead using the new search tool. Click on lead, and you can search based on any number of criteria that you like. You also can search by the lead score. You can search for greater than or less than whatever score number you like in order to find those leads that you want to prioritize and work with first. In this example, I'm just going to leave all of the search criteria blank and search for all my leads. So in this system, I have all of these various leads here, and you can see the lead score for each of those leads, when each lead was created, and when they were last updated. So let's open a lead to take a look at an example. I'll just double click to open it. So in this example, Jay Jeffers is the name of this lead. Sometimes you won't have the name information when you first get a lead, but you can always populate that at any point in time. And we have his contact information if we know it, the company that he's affiliated with if we know that information, and so forth. It's important to add to this information as you follow up on that lead over time. The status of this lead is active. You can link the lead to any source or campaign if you choose to. And the lead score can be adjusted one of many different ways. First, you can click in the field and actually manually adjust that score based on perhaps a phone conversation that you may have had with this lead or some other kind of interaction. And you can use whatever scoring system works best in your environment. The lead score can also be altered automatically if you are using any of our web forms to link to your lead data, and based on various events that happen on your website, such as visiting a certain web page like your product pricing information page, or a lead submitting a form, or even a lead just visiting your website, period, we can increment or decrease this lead score automatically. You also can link this lead to existing data, to companies in your database, in your OnContact database, or to contacts. In addition, once you have come to the point where you've determined that this is a very qualified lead and you're ready to turn it over to sales, you can click on the green plus sign to convert this lead record to a contact record and then assign it to a sales rep so it can be followed up. There are several tabs of information available. The first tab shows all the various events that have taken place with this particular lead. These are examples of lead activities that are tied to website visits. Here on the Visits tab, you would see any record of the visits that were made. You can see in our example, this particular lead did not visit the website, so there's nothing on that tab. You have the ability to add any comments about this lead if you would like. And finally, there's a Notes tab where you can record all of the relevant information that your sales rep will need once they get this contact to work with.